Thank you for joining mscrm's webinar on processing generated documents. This is going to cover what we can do with a document after we've merged it in DocumentsCorePack. This is a continuation of the webinar that we did last month about just creating these templates. And what we're going to do is we're kind of going to go into the final phase of the template creation on setting up some things that are going to help you with the processing of these documents after you're done. This is a re-recording of the webinar that we did earlier this morning. Because we had some audio issues, we felt that we wanted to re-record this and put this out for you so that the people that were there can kind of review it and get everything that I said, since I did cut in and out. What I want to do now is head on over to my next slide here real quick. The first thing we're going to cover is predefined values in DocumentsCorePack, and that would be handled under the template settings. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to end up switching over to my demo system here in a moment, and we're going to open up the template that we created last month and take a look at all these settings in here and just kind of go over exactly what each one of them does, just kind of in order. I'll just go through it all. Let me go ahead and flip over here to my demo system. As you can see now, I've got the template up that we created last month or in the last webinar. To get to those template settings, all I have to do is hit the Insert Mail Merge Fields button, and then I'll just select the template settings here over here. The first thing that comes up is the General tab. I have two check boxes right here. The first one is trigger the send as PDF automatically. Basically, I'm going to kind of cover this. You'll be seeing this kind of in the next slide here. But basically, if I check this box and from inside CRM, I use the Create Document button. It will kind of skip the entire. It will just merge the document and then automatically go into the send as PDF, as if I don't have to click the button. So if we've got our document correct and we want to go ahead and send it, we just click that, and it will automatically do the PDF conversion and create the email and attach the PDF to the email. The next one is skip send as PDF file name dialog. Again, in the next slide, you'll kind of be seeing this, and I'll point all this out to you. Basically, what this is going to do for us is when we hit send as PDF, it will bring up a dialog that will basically ask us where we want to save this and if we want to rename the document. If we don't want to, if we have the document name all set up and we don't want to rename it,
you are now unmuted.
And click that and just go ahead and skip that entirely. The next one is really important. We do get a lot of calls about this. This is the Save to Subfolder. Basically what this does is if I'm using SharePoint or File Share and I want to define a subfolder that I want to save this document into after I've merged it, I can define the name of the subfolder right here. As you can see here, I've got some static text here, which is just invoice number. If I'm using static text, I have to put it in single quotes. And then if I want to add any attributes to it, I use the addition sign and then put the attribute in there, and what it'll do is it will get that information out of CRM and insert that value. So here basically what I'm going to have is I will have a subfolder created called invoice number plus the attribute value from inside of CRM, and I'll show you that on the next slide as well. Let's go ahead and move on to the additional fields. What this is basically here is, like, say for example, I did not have the invoice number included in this document. So when DocumentsCorePack does the merge, it does lookups on all these attributes and brings the values in from CRM. Now, if I have, say, something like I've set up a folder structure or a name with the attribute that's not included in the document, what I'll do is I can define it here. Basically what it'll do is once it merges the documents, it also knows that, hey, I need to go in, I need to get this attribute out of CRM as well because it's going to be used. A lot of these values are filled in automatically as I fill in those fields. So there's really no need to kind of go in here and add anything. It's just in certain cases. And if that happens, you'll know that you'll need to add it. So really not a lot to show here. You just kind of need to check and make sure that all these are correct. I'm going to go ahead and move on down to the document name. Now this is another one that we get a lot of support calls on. If I would not have a document name defined and I would merge this document, then DocumentsCorePack would kind of automatically generate a random name for this document. Okay, but in here again, I use the same syntax as I did before to create the subfolder. I can assign a name to this document. I'm just doing the same one as I did for the subfolder. Here's invoice number, which is my static text in single quotes, and then added the attribute for the invoice number. So it'll pull that information out of CRM and add that. So my document name will be invoice number and then the invoice number attribute from inside CRM. I want to go ahead and cover these advanced settings real quick. If I just go ahead and click here on advanced settings, I can see here that here I can define the name just as I could before. Also I can define a subject. Now this is really important for, say, if you're going to use the send as PDF button, or you're going to create a CRM activity like for email or for a letter. This will be what is inserted into the subject line. As you can see here, basically it's the same syntax, static text in single quotes. I've repeated that now several times. It was really important. So basically what my subject is going to be is, here's your invoice number, and then it's going to be the invoice number attribute from inside of CRM, and then more static text, issued on, and then I will have the attribute created on date that will be inserted into here. So really, really simple and easy to kind of set these things up. I'll go ahead and click apply. And as you can see, that changes the field here, basically letting me know that I've used the advanced settings, and then if I want to make any changes, I need to go ahead and use the advanced settings. I'm going to move on to the create activities for. Again, this is important. Like, say for example, this is I'm using here. I'll be doing this on an invoice. Let's say, for example, that I don't want to save the invoice to that invoice record. Here I can define where I want to save this. What I've done here is I've gone ahead and opened up the advanced settings. Here I can define a recipient. This is again for if I'm sending as PDF or creating a CRM activity for. I can define here who this is going to be sent to. Again, I'm using the customer account, the primary contact, and the contact. I click on here and it's just going to insert those attributes right down here. Again, this is the regarding field. The regarding field in CRM, I can set what this is going to be regarding to. Just to make it real simple, I'm using the customer account and the account name. And the save location, I'm going to want this to be saved to again, the customer account and the account name. So really simple and easy to do. I just kind of set that up and click through it, go ahead and click apply, and then I'm done. Also, again, it lets me know that I've used the advanced settings. In order to change anything, I need to go into the advanced settings to do so. The next thing would be email create CRM activity. Here I can define multiple email addresses into there. I can set who this is going to be to. I can also set a CC, and I can set a BCC. So if I want to send it to the primary contact on a record, I would just choose that here. Again, whoever I'm CCing it to or who I'm BCCing it to. The send bulk mails manually checkbox is there so that when you do a bulk merge and you want to create CRM activities for these bulk merges, that basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to kind of review each bulk merged email that's generated and just kind of review that and send it off. So if you don't want them to go ahead and be sent automatically, you can click this and then you can review them and send them manually. So basically that covers the attributes there that we can set in the DocumentsCorePack settings. The next thing I'm going to go on to is what we can do with the document after we process it in DocumentsCorePack. I'm going to go over a couple of the menu options, which would be the send as, and then I have a save as, and then I have create CRM activity. I'll go over all those and just kind of show you exactly what they do. The next thing that I'm going to kind of go into is show you that where this this document is saved in SharePoint, because I've set it not to go to the invoice. I'm actually saving it under the account. I'll just kind of go ahead and show you where that's saved to. After that, I'll go ahead and go into the a little bit more advanced topic about the bulk merge, and just kind of merge several documents at the same time, and then show you the different things that you can do after you've done those documents. All right, so let me go ahead and flip back here to the demo system real quick. Great. So one thing that I want to go ahead and do is shut this. Let's see it. Great. So as you can see here, I'm on the account, and what I want to do is I want to go ahead and go into my invoices. Just click right there, and what I'll do is I'll choose some bikes and computers. This is the record that we used last month. So if you've seen the webinar from last month, you'll be kind of familiar with this and what it looks like. So let me go ahead and merge this document real quick, just using the Create Document button. I'll go ahead and choose the invoice webinar docx. It's the one that we created. And what that does is it goes ahead and it merges the document. You just see the template flash up real quick, and then you'll see the document merge. So great. So I've got my document here. Everything's all merged nice and neat. All my products are in there. All my information's in there. Basically what I'm going to do here under the mscrm-addons tab, I've got the different things that I can do with this document now that I've gone ahead and merged it. What I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to go and show you is the Send as PDF button. Now I do have the option to send this as several different other file formats. And like I said, but in this case, I'm going to go ahead and send this as PDF. I'll go ahead and click this button. Then it asks me, this is the save dialog. And basically what I can do is I can come in here and it shows me where the save location is, and I can go ahead and change the name if I want to, just like that. Really simple and easy to do. And then what I'll do is just go ahead and hit select. And now what it's going to basically do is it's going to save this document to SharePoint. What it's doing is creating the file structure and then taking that document and saving it into the location in SharePoint as a PDF. As you can see here, what it does is it very quickly brings up an email from CRM. You can see here that I've got, this is where, you know, in the template where I added that I wanted it to go to the primary contact. It pulled that information out of CRM. Here's my subject here that I defined in the template. You can see here, here's your invoice, and then it has the attributes here that I chose just straight out of there along with my static text. I've got the document here attached right to the email, so I can just go ahead and I can type my email out and go ahead and send it. So really simple, really easy to do, and done very quickly. So if you want to get a document out very quickly to your customer, or your user, or whatever you're using this for, you can do it really quick with that Send as PDF button. Go ahead and close that. Now, what I want to do here is just go ahead and talk about the save as. Again, I have the option to save this in several different file formats. Now, what this is it's very similar to the Send as PDF button. What it'll do if I hit this and say Save as PDF, it'll bring up the dialog again where it's going to ask me if I want to rename the document or where I want to save it to. It's pulling all my information out of the template here. You've already seen it once, so I'm not going to show it to you again. But basically, what it's not going to do is it's not going to generate an email and attach the PDF to the email. It's just going to save the document to SharePoint or to wherever you defined it to be shared to save. The next button is the Create CRM activity. Now, this button right here, if I want to use the document and create a CRM activity, I'll just go ahead and click that button. Again, here's the subject filled out from my template. I can change that if I want to. This here, the Save as PDF. If I want to if I want to convert this to a PDF, I can click this right here, and it will do so. If I do not, it will just save it as docx. Those are pretty much your two options here with the create CRM activity. The different options that I have is the activity that I can create is a letter, an email, or a fax. And that's just the standard CRM stuff. Here I've got a couple of options here. Basically what this is I can create the activity and immediately have it changed to a closed status once I'm done. If I do not want to do that, I can go ahead and uncheck that box. Again, here I can define whether or not this is an outgoing or not. If I don't want it to be set as automatically outgoing, I can go ahead and just click in the box. Now, the one thing that I do want to go into here is the email. One of the other extra options that you have on the email for the email activity creation is that we can do a send on behalf of, so we can send this on behalf of someone else, and we can add other attachments to this email. Now, I'll go ahead and click OK. What you'll see here is DocumentsCorePack will take your merged document and convert that into HTML. Now, the reason that it does this is what it does here is instead of using CRM to send the email, it's going to go ahead and send this email through Outlook. Okay, so let me go ahead and allow this as a security measure from Microsoft. As you can see here, I've opened up an email message. I have the predefined from the template the email in there from my primary contact. I've also have here, this is my subject again. And then I have my document here. It's HTML, so it's pasted right into the body of the email. So that's kind of the major difference between send as PDF and the create CRM activities for. If I send as PDF, it's going to change my document into a PDF or whatever file format that I choose and send that through CRM. If I create a CRM activity for it, it's going to turn it into HTML and paste it in the body of an email message and send it through Outlook. You have two different options there in order to do that. So let me go ahead and I'll just close all this up. No, and I will close this as well. All right, great. So now I'm back here into my invoice. Now, as you can see here, like if I go ahead and go into here and I look up the documents again because I've saved. I just want to show you here that this is the document location for this particular invoice. And right now, basically what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and pulling up SharePoint. As you can see, there's nothing in here. But that's basically because what we did here, we've gone and we've saved it under the account. Okay, so it's no longer kind of attached to the account. So let me come back in here and I'll pull up these documents here and I'll show you. Basically what we've got here is pulling up my SharePoint site, my integrated SharePoint. You can see here, here's my my pre-generated folder here that I defined in CRM, and it's invoice number, and then the attribute from the invoice tag, and it's got the info from CRM. I'll open that up, and as you can see here, let me open this up because I did change the name on my document just to kind of show you I made this one O2. Here's my document right here, saved right to the location that I defined. So you can kind of see here what I've done. I've just kind of renamed the file, and it's able just to continue saving it into this folder. So really, really simple and easy to do, and easy to find those documents. Let me go ahead and go on into the bulk merge. Here I'm just going to kind of change up a little bit. I'm going to use the contacts. So I've got 5 contacts here. I'll go ahead and select them all. Now with the bulk merge, it doesn't matter. I can have 5 contacts. I can have 20 contacts. I can have 50 contacts. I'm just able to select them all, come into here and go down to the create document and choose my template. Okay, and then basically what's going to happen, Microsoft Word's going to open up. It's going to open up my template for me. Then it's going to give me my generating documents window. Now again, since I'm just doing 5, it does it really quick, but say if you're doing 20 or 50, you've got that little bar there that's actually going to tell you the progress of how long it's going to take. Once it's done merging all these documents together, it's going to basically kind of give me a print preview window. So instead of opening up several instances of Word, I'm just able to kind of go into this window and review each and every document that was merged. Okay, just really simply and easily. I'm also able to select what documents that I want to do some post-processing on. Here my different options are for these selected documents. I can print the documents, which is you know, pretty logical. Just basically print them out to a local printer or network printer. Here I can combine the documents, which would basically be if I have these 3 documents and I want to combine them into one document, I would just click here. Basically, Word would then, or DocumentsCorePack would then take these 3 documents and combine them together into one large document. So that can be really handy. Again, I have the Create CRM Activities for. Again, this is just the same as if I would click the CRM Activities button in DocumentsCorePack in Word. So same settings. You can see it's just the same stuff here. Last but not least, I can copy the documents. That would basically all the documents that I've selected, it would bring up a dialog window where I could just select a folder on my local machine and save all these documents to it. It's really handy if basically if I want to you know, if I want to take all these documents and review them or make some changes to them and everything like that, I just copy them all to a local folder, and then I can open them up one by one and work on them. Great, so that is the Create Document function. Now, let's see, let's go ahead and close this. And we'll close this up, and let me go back to the main account. So now what we're going to go into, since we've covered DocumentsCorePack, let's cover a little bit about what we can do with AutoMerge. One of the things with AutoMerge is that what we found is that, you know, some people want some of that DocumentsCorePack functionality in AutoMerge, and in order to get that, what they had to do in 2011 was basically for each and every entity that they wanted to, you know, just kind of do this little quick, you know, send this PDF or something along those lines. They had to create a workflow for each individual entity, okay? And what we've gone ahead and done here is we've kind of, in 2013, is we've done this Create Document button, and basically what this is going to allow you to do is you won't have to create these workflows or dialogues anymore. You just hit the button, and then you'll be able to do these little one-offs of document creation and going ahead and send these. So let me go ahead and switch back to the demo system. I've got the account up, so let me go ahead and pull that invoice back up. Great, so I've got my invoice, and as you can see up here, I've got my Create Document button. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and basically that's going to start the dialog for me. Really easy to do. It'll bring up all my templates here. If I have more templates and I need to search for them, I can do so right here. Here I'll just select the document, the template that I want to generate the document out of. Go ahead and click Next. Here basically I can pull up the different file types and select what file type that I want this converted into. PDF rules, so I'll basically take PDF. I can then define what I want to do with the document. I can attach as a note, an email, or a letter. So you can kind of see the similarities between this and the Create CRM Activities for button in DocumentsCorePack. Here I'm just going to choose the email. Again, here I'll choose who I want this sent to. And that's pretty much that. Okay. So now I also have the choice, if I want to, I can go ahead and print the document. Basically what I can do is I have these local printers defined. I can just select from one. Now I do say local printers because it needs to be a local printer, but that does not exclude network printers, because I can set up a network printer as a local printer using the TCP/IP port. That's just an easy setup that your network administrator can help you out with. Another thing that you can do is you can use the Google Cloud Print Service, which I covered in the first webinar that we did on AutoMerge. So you can go back and review that and learn how to use the Google Cloud printing service. Again, here, if I want to, I can click this, and it will save that document to SharePoint. Okay, so pretty straightforward. What I'll do here is I'll click the Next button. It's a document creation is in progress. So basically what it's done is it's taken the template, it's merged it, and it's converted it right to a PDF, which I can open up right here, take a look at it and review it, and make sure that everything's good with it. After I'm done with that, I'll just go ahead and click Finish. And what it's going to do now, it's going to go ahead and generate an email for me. attach that, that PDF to the email. And here it inserts the contact information here. Now, one thing that you're going to see that's a little bit different, where it does not take the subject line naturally from the template. This is because, you know, I mean, it's just something that it's what happens is this is because AutoMerge is server side, DocumentsCorePack is done client side. So we are working on this to change this so that you can go ahead and define your subject right here. But here you just have to type in the subject. You're good to go. Type in your email and go ahead and send it right on off. So that's pretty much it. That's the Create Document button. Pretty easy to handle. So I want to thank you guys for watching this webinar. If you're watching it again, thank you so much for watching it again. If you're watching it for the first time, thank you. I'd love to invite all you guys out to Convergence. We're going to be out there. It's going to be in Atlanta. And also to Extreme, which is going to be in Barcelona. Please stop by our booth. We'd love to have you stop by, just say hi, and just find out a little bit about our products or just to talk to us. Feel free to join our upcoming webinars. The next webinar is going to be over group calendar. We might also include another little snippet in there, so it might be a 2-for-1. So please come on out and join us next month. Just as far as resources, you know, you can find us on the web at www.mscrm-addons.com. You can also get to our help center through there, where we have live chat and we've got support. And any questions or anything like that that you have, you can always email us at support@mscrm-addons.com or jump in the live chat and ask any questions that you got on any of the products, or get some help with anything that you're trying to do or any problems that you're having. One thing though that I do want to stress is I think we've got a really awesome blog out there, and basically here's the address. The blog has a lot of information on it, a lot of tricks, and a lot of tips on it, a lot of troubleshooting help. It's one of those things that you know, it's always kind of good if you're having some kind of issue or you want to try to figure out how to do something, to head on out there to the blog and just to take a look real quick and see if you can find that information, because most of that information is already out there. We're steadily adding articles to the blog, and so it'll make your life a lot easier just by going there and looking, because you know, you just follow the instructions and usually you're good to go. If not, you know, we'll be there for you, no problem. Here down below is our contact info. One thing that I want to add is, again, of course, this is the second recording. I already said that. But, you know, this recording is going to be available on our website. And also these slides right here. So you can download them and just kind of follow along as you watch the webinar. And then you'll have all these links. So I want to thank you for taking your time to join me. And I hope to talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.